Okay, it is January 13, 2021, 9:45 a.m. Markets have opened. ACOR, SYBX are the only two stocks on the main screen, and I feel like I need to be trying harder to find better setups. Seems like there's a lot of stocks out there, and I just need to be able to partake in that. OZSC, I would have to buy, and I'm not interested in buying, but for a decent amount of position size, considering the fact that this requires LTC commissions, I'd have to trade 25,000 shares, which would be the most I've ever traded on the stock. 25,000 shares. That is a scary wick. Wow, somebody. That is incredible. I was going to say that this is a potential number 5 pattern. This is a potential number 5, but not like that. Somebody's gonna be talking about this. Somebody shorted MGTI. I used to know that stock as MGT without the I. It was like $2 to $3. But I just need to be trying harder to really look at these. As much as I don't like them, I'm pretty sure I can eventually like them. OTCs, the trading pattern is very simple. I have to keep going at it. I need to find more stocks. No real setups that I'm looking at with the two stocks that I have. I just need to keep trying. Okay, it's 9:56 a.m. SYBX looks like it's trying to do an all-time, all-day high breakout. And I've thought about buying in the low teens, but I've been wrong a lot of times trying these setups where I buy a stock. What happened to my nose? Where I buy these stocks, trying to, like maybe get in for a spike where I see some kind of a potential uptrend and I get burned. So even if it works out, I'm not going to trade it. I'm just going to learn from it. If I keep seeing that maybe I'm being more consistently right, then I'm thinking about a setup that is more consistent in terms of probability of it's going to, if it's going to work or not, I'll consider it. But right now, I'll keep looking. Looks like a potential move, but I'm not sure yet. ACOR looks like another all-day fader. No inverse head and shoulders. MGTI, I don't want to trade this stock. I don't see any clear setups that I want to trade. OZXC, actually, this kind of messed with me. I haven't seen something like this before, but clearly it's just people putting in market orders and they got screwed. That or they're just desperate to get out of their positions. Kind of a nice breakout above 55, and they got to 59. And then it dipped right back at the breakout level. Not exactly, but it did. It even had a small wick to throw people off. But it had a nice spike here, and it could try a follow-up breakout. It doesn't have to, but plenty of setups there. And BTSC, I feel like I would be way too late in this pattern if I wanted to trade this. It is going to be a breakout level if it gets above 80. But I don't know if I'll trade that, so I probably won't. Bitcoin's at like 34,000. I'll keep looking. No true setups right now. I'll definitely keep looking. Okay, it is 10:03 a.m. SYBX actually did a small breakout towards the 320s, the high 320s. I would probably still be watching this. Maybe I would still be in a trade if I'd bought, as long as it puts up a higher low. The only conflicting thing which kept me from buying it as well is that the level 2 shows a very strong ask the majority of the time. Right now we see a lot more people on the bid, but a lot of times a lot of people are on the ask, and it just doesn't look very bullish, but it still continues to uptrend. The volume looks pretty nice. It picked up recently, which is good. Let's see, maybe it can try a breakout over 30. That would be impressive. And If I keep seeing that I'm more consistently right with these types of setups, I'll consider going long again. Doesn't have to work out. Yeah, we'll just keep watching. Nothing right now, perhaps. ACOR fading. I can't short this. Had there been shares available, I would be short this stock. I've seen this again and again. I first thought about shorting it around here because, you know, when I saw the stock, I saw that it was doing this nice uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, and then here it made the first lower high, the first real lower high, then it downtrended. And then I thought, well, it could reverse, and it clearly reversed 7 to 6, 11. Pretty nice. No shares are short. Maybe I could have checked on Interactive Brokers, but I can't short there because I still have a cash account. MGTI would be super sketchy, but it could break this 28.79 level. I probably won't buy it. It looks like it's running out of momentum. It could keep going though. Could definitely keep going. Just way too sketchy for me. I'd have to see, you know, those types of patterns work more often than not. OZSC looks like a head and shoulders, which is bearish, although it is putting up a higher low, which could, you know, fight the pattern. BTSE put up a lower high. It's downtrending. It could keep doing. TLSA had this nice run up. Didn't trade it. Definitely looked at it. No setups right now. I'll definitely keep looking. Okay, it is 10:15 a.m. SYBX, very nice uptrend. It broke out of the range of I'd say 325-ish. Successfully, it got as high as 360. I'm not going to trade this stock. I'm not going to be salty about it. Hopefully, maybe when I see a setup like this again, I will buy and it will work out. Pretty happy to see that it worked, even though I wasn't in it. You know, I can't say that, oh, well, maybe I should have went in the stock as it's up now. It could have went down. But if I keep seeing these types of patterns work, I'll consider it. I think the ones that get me in trouble are, it's like ACOR that, you know, it fades the entire day and I'm like, alright, well maybe it's going to start reversing and I get wrecked on. That's something I have found myself to not do very nicely, is trying to call a dip by reversal. A little like BNGO, although that one did put a second higher low. It's just that that higher low level failed and the stock was red on the day, so maybe the odds were less likely for success. And we do have this level here, but again, I'm just not good at this pattern. I would definitely be short from when I considered it around here. When I saw I made this lower high right there, no shares are short again. MGTI did not break out the level, failed to 25 from 28, that's like 10%. OZSC did do a head and shoulders. Not a perfect one because it's like a double head right here, but it did one. It was a nice bounce. I considered maybe, you know, maybe a buy at the level when it finishes, but this will be hard to call because it just does it in 1 minute. BTSC did another what do you call it, a lower high, and it just downtrended. TLSA, I considered maybe a dip buy, but the thing is it could just fade the rest of the day because it just reacted to the news and it will just fade off into oblivion or consolidate and do nothing at the same price level. So 10:17 a.m. no setups right now, but I'll keep looking. Nice to see the thing with SYBX working. Maybe the next time I'll consider going long. I'll have to keep watching though. Definitely gonna stay away from setups like the one I mentioned with ACOR. Okay, it is 10:35. Now with some thinking, if it's doing an uptrend like this, I don't see why I shouldn't consider going long on these types of setups. Maybe yes, when I get in, it starts putting up a lower high and makes lower lows, so I call losses at whatever level I'm interested in or the price action. The ones where I get in trouble is like right now, where it kind of dips to this level and you're like, okay, it's holding 311, that's nice, I'll take a buy. Maybe it will work, maybe it'll uptrend from here and make higher lows, but it could also just fail, crack the level, and then alright, well, let's risk off a 305, or okay, we can try one more 3, the round, oh well, actually it's 290, and that's just, like trying to predict a reversal on a downtrending stock is something I'm not going to do. This is a clear uptrend, very nice, considered buying somewhere in the teens, I think here, if not, no, not there, it was definitely here, because they had plenty of time. Yeah, just a nice setup, and then it bounced, and then it dipped back a little above the level, not exactly at the level, had a follow-up spike. Pretty impressive pattern. MGTI, I will put this on the other screen for a number 5 setup. Yeah, I'll put this for a number 5 setup on the other screen. I'll be watching this. I'll be watching this one too. Especially this one. These two a little sketchy for number 5 setups because they are based off the price of Bitcoin, but I will be watching them. DLOC did a nice spike, really no setups here. BTSE, not really a head and shoulders, just putting up lower highs. OZSC did do the head and shoulders, and it kind of bounced from there, lower than this range, and now another lower high. Not gonna short these even if I could. MGTI, not a head and shoulders, but it is making lower highs, although it's pretty close to the same level. Here was a solid candle and here were 2 wicks, so I think I'm gonna call it off. It's 1038. Not gonna short SYBX, it is shortable. I forgot when, but at one point I considered, if I could maybe short this, but I wanted it to make lower highs. It didn't do that. It just downtrended, so I kind of took that idea out of the way for that reason. Again, I'm just gonna be considering these types of setups more. I won't be doing these where I'm trying to call a dip. I've been, I've proven myself with my, these videos and my trading records. That it's just not something I'm good at least for now. Maybe I can work on it, but at the moment I'll look at other good setups. I'm gonna call it off. Overall good trading day, no setups except for this one, which was very nice. Nothing else that I wanted to trade, but I have a bunch of stocks I can now add to the other screen to watch for potential number 5 patterns and continue getting better, getting more experience trading OTC stocks.